for portraying him as a coward. The former deputy with the Broward County Sheriff's Office said in a statement released by his lawyer that he thought the gunfire originated from outside and reacted accordingly by waiting for the suspect there. The Sheriff's Office trains its officers. This is where the training kicks in and what we need to discuss about that in the event of outdoor gunfire, one is to seek cover and assess the situation in order to communicate what one observes to other law enforcement, according to Joe DeRuzo, Peterson's lawyer. We're efforting Joe DeRuzo. We need to get him on the show and talk to him, for he's been a little shy about coming on TV with me, but I'd like to talk to him. His statement appeared to contradict Scott Israel, who said last week that Peterson should have immediately charged the building, instead of taking a position outside for more than 4 minutes while the shooting was taking place. Sheriff Israel characterized Mr. Peterson's inaction as doing nothing. Mr. Peterson should have gone in, addressed the killer, killed the killer, Sheriff Israel said. Let there be no mistake. Mr. Peterson wishes he could have prevented the untimely passing of the 17 victims on that day, and his heart goes out to the families, the victims. However, the allegations that Mr. Peterson was a coward and that his performance under the circumstances failed to meet the standards of police officers are patently untrue. But why did Peterson retire then? Well, he also had his years already logged, so he was entitled to retire, but nevertheless, they placed him under investigation. Sheriff Israel said the investigation will continue despite the deputy's retirement. The office's active shooter protocol says that on-scene deputies without approval from supervisor, quote, may engage the gunman. That appears to give deputies discretion, but only to a point. They may, that's the quote, choose not to go in if they know a door is armed with a large explosive device, for example, or if they know, according to the New York Times, the only way into the building has a dangerous suspect immediately on the other side to shoot the deputy, according to Colonel Jim Poland, who explained in written responses to questions that media were posing. Otherwise, deputies are expected to prioritize the lives of victims by trying to confront the gunman as quickly as possible. Sheriff Israel said that on the day of the massacre that it appeared that the shooting had begun and then continued outside the building, and that 3 people had died outside. Remember that happened the day of the shooting? I do, that Wednesday, Valentine's Day, which leads me to believe, and I'm putting my Columbo hat on, that the radio transmissions that we have not heard were in fact saying that the shooting had taken place, at least in part, outside the building.